between the Washington Commanders and the Minnesota Vikings. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now Wentz. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what we call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll go. It's Gibson. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd and 1, Cousins, and it's caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook from 8 yards out, and the Vikings will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw is Wentz. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's a give to Gibson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it up. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
You know, it cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete there to Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A 1st down there on a pickup at 25.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
11 more on that one, and another another first down. The interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
And he's got it. And he is out of bounds here. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
On second and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. Here we go. They get it to him running left. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. It'll be a 9-yard gain that time, and it'll also be the final play of this first quarter. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run. It's Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Following the interception, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get in the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, no, easy.
Cousins. time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Chase Young showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw into the hands of McLaurin.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
I do have to admit I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Yeah, great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
They'll try and run for it. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Tackle back at the 33-yard line.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
2nd and 15.
Throwing, Cousins.
And this one too low.
The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Third down, here's a run by Cook.
And not much running room. Down to the 32.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
So as they take it over, we step aside.
4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota.
The kick by Joseph is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, a little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing his Wentz. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
Now Wentz. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Such an impressive punt return, 83 yards. And the Vikings are able to add on to their first half lead. Joseph connects on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To try again after the sack. Wentz. That's going to be caught by Samuel. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll run with Gibson. Finding space at the 40. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wentz. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
offense now on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it, and he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A first down throw for Cousins. And this is Cook with the grab. And they get it down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Here's Cousins. He's going to air one out. Touchdown! Dalvin Cook, 38 yards. And the Vikings have opened the lead up to 30. Joseph on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, here's Gibson.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
It's for Tokyo! Rip on here. 81.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Off the play fake, Cousins. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Daron Payne able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further.
So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
They'll run with Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. In motion, the tight end. They try again with Cook. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Cousins now. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings add 6 more to their point total. And they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Joseph connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Down the man inside, down the man.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
Gibson again. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Go, Greg.
A give up the middle to Gibson. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. A give to Gibson running right. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play. We're able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Second and 5.
No.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
At the 12-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. And the Commanders' first down.
Hands like them. Go.
A give running right, Gibson.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Kene Nwangu now out of his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Throwing here, Cousins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time
He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
No let-up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold-up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Cousins on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To the air again, it's Cousins.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And that one is incomplete. It stops the clock now with 15 seconds remaining. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own
2-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team.